everybody, and welcome back to Dynasty Gaming, and welcome back to Dynasty Gaming Talks. As you can see, I made up a logo. You might have seen it in the thumbnail of the last video, but today we'll be covering some WWE news, we'll be covering some MLB news, and we'll be covering some NFL news. That's pretty good. So let's get right into WWE. Monday Night, and let's just talk about Monday Night Raw. If you guys are looking for my WrestleMania predictions, I will have a separate video that coming out probably, like, not on Dynasty Gaming Talks, but I'll have a video basically alone, just a standalone video coming out probably the Thursday, Friday, Saturday before WrestleMania, somewhere in there. It'll just be called WrestleMania Predictions. And yeah, so let's get right into it. Monday Night Raw, not a very eventful show, even though there were a couple of events. And let's start it off with Brock Lesnar confronting Dean Ambrose. Now, Ambrose, he had a crowbar. Oh, you bad boy, Ambrose. That's not PG. You'll piss off Vince McMahon, and he'll fire you because you weren't PG, like he did with Titus O'Neil, whatever. So, yeah, Ambrose had a crowbar. Lesnar just kind of ran back. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Brock Lesnar. If you go back and watch Night of Champions, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania of last year in his matches, he was, I think, in my opinion, he was a little more powerful than they're posing him right now. Like, for instance, at Roadblock, which we'll get to in a second, he faced Harper, basically in a one-on-one match, and Harper dominated a lot of that match. He hit the discus clothesline. Lesnar, I don't think, kicked out till 2. And yeah, I think they've toned down his powers a little bit. Just a little bit. He's still an indestructible monster, but yeah, I think they've toned down his powers a little bit. So now on to I'll just cover Roadblock really fast. It was not a good show. It was not much to say about it. A couple of matches, starting with New Day and the League of Nations. Just please stop it. I do not like the League of Nations. I really don't. Sheamus is becoming a jobber, even though he won the World Heavyweight Championship just under 2 months ago. Yeah, so not a good. I love New Day though. Love New Day. In fact, in their Booty-O's cereal, there's actually a T-shirt, not cereal. I would have gotten the Booty-O cereal. I actually would have. I've got their unicorn horn. I want a T-shirt. So I probably should get the Booty-O's, but I wanted their cereal. But whatever. So I love New Day. Enzo and Cass lost. That was a great match. Probably the best match of the show. And then just skip right to the main event. Ambrose Triple H. I did not like this match one bit. Probably other people would disagree with me, but Ambrose having his foot under the ropes in a pin, just at least have Triple H kick out or something. I mean, I don't want it to end like that, like just screwed over. That's annoying. I didn't like that. But anyway, so we'll go back to Raw. Lesnar confronts Ambrose. Brock Lesnar comes out. He and Paul Heyman start talking. I kind of fast forward this segment. Ambrose brings out the crowbar as Lesnar's coming down to the ring. He swings away, but Lesnar kind of just jumps down. It wasn't a great segment after the talking. So that was that. And then Dolph Ziggler confronting the Authority. I was about to call him the Union for my Universe mode. But confronting the Authority. Now, I'm not sure where they're going to go with this. are they going to go for a rivalry between Triple H or, I don't know, another Authority member versus Dolph Ziggler? I'm not really sure, but later that night they had a match, which we'll get to in a second. So he basically confronted Triple H, Stephanie said, you can have any match at WrestleMania, anyone you want except for the World Heavyweight Championship, of course. Any match you want at WrestleMania, if you beat Triple H tonight. So that happened. Now, we'll move on to the Undertaker Shane McMahon segment. And I honestly think, for the PG era, I'm not really bothered by it, but honestly, I think they're going a little too far with this rivalry. I'm not bothered by it or anything, but if they want to go along with what they've been doing the past 5 years, then I don't think this is really the way they should go. Because Vince McMahon shoving his own son right into a chokeslam, that's a little violent for the PG era. So basically, Shane came out doing his little shuffle thing. I don't know. And Undertaker came out. They were talking. And Shane called. Shane said that The Undertaker was Vince McMahon's. That happened. And then Taker just lost it. He just started, he went for a chokeslam on Shane. He countered, tried to go for the Shane shuffle. I think that's what you call it, or whatever, that little feet shuffle move thing, whatever it is. He went for it. He missed. Taker countered into a chokeslam. Missed the chokeslam. Shane again countered. He's got it. These two men are just going at it. And they've really got to work on their striking. Oh my gosh. It was awful. Like Shane clearing out those bodyguards 2-3 weeks ago, whatever it was, on Raw. Did not look good. His punches, not good. And the same here, not only with him, but The Undertaker too. Not as much with The Undertaker, but you can tell he's starting to lose a lot of his speed. Also, he's balding, which kind of makes him not look that scarier. But I respect Undertaker. I'm just making a, I think he just should go back to his little mohawk look he had a couple years ago. That was cool. I really like that look. But, so Taker, Shane, think I got all of it. And then Vince pushed his own son into a chokeslam. PG, people. That's really PG, Vince. You did it yourself, too. And apparently he said Hulk Hogan last week, I think. What? Vince, you don't want anyone to remember him, right? Anyway, so moving on to back to the Dolph Ziggler Triple H thing. Ziggler and Triple H went at it. Triple H beat Dolph Ziggler. No surprise there. I'm not sure what Dolph Ziggler will be doing at WrestleMania. Probably not. Probably just the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which was confirmed. So that happened, and then Roman Reigns came out, my least favorite superstar, and beat the crap out of Triple H. Now, I do give it to him that this was a good spot. This was a solid spot. I liked the attack. Kind of dragged on. It didn't really drag on. It did not drag on that much. Just kind of was a quickish fight. I watched the highlights on YouTube. It could have went way longer. They could have just edited it. But from what I saw, it did not drag on that long. And yeah, Roman Reigns, a good spot, solid spot right there. But I still really dislike him. And I think they are pushing him too hard. And I I honestly do think he will win at WrestleMania, even though I will be rooting full out for the game Triple H. More on that in my predictions video in just a couple of weeks' time. So a quick little update on some injuries, then we'll move on to MLB, NFL stuff. Neville got injured on Raw. He was, I think I saw it. It was the baseball slide underneath Chris Jericho in their match. I think he rolled his ankle or something. It might have been a different spot, but he started limping after that, and he was examined. I'm not really sure how long he'll be out, but that is really bad. WWE, man, this is not their year. 2015, early 2016, really just not their year. And one more injury, Bray Wyatt. Oh, great. Adding to the list. A long, long list. At Roadblock, he's, as you all may know, he stood outside of the ring for most of the time. Just kind of watching. And he didn't do anything against Lesnar. He just let Harper get beaten the crap out of. And that is due to some sort of back injury, which is really not good. But I think he'll be there for WrestleMania. Hopefully, very, very hopefully. Yeah. So it might affect his WrestleMania status, it might not. So that happened. Bray Wyatt. And yeah, so that'll do it for WWE. And now we move on to MLB. And we'll kick it off with some major news coming out of San Francisco. And I'm not saying this just because I'm a Giants fan, but Johnny Cueto has been injured. Oh, it's 2015 all over again for the Giants. 2015 wasn't that bad of a year because they just kept cranking out big stars out of the minors after every injury. But Cueto got hit with a comebacker in the head, and just it sucks to pick up a guy like Cueto and then him immediately get injured. I'm not sure how long he'll be out. He was taken to a hospital. He stayed in the game, which is probably a good sign, but it's a concussion. You never know with a concussion. So that happened, and now I'm not really sure when this alert popped up on my phone. It might have been a couple of weeks ago. It might have been a couple of days ago. It's one of those things that you kind of forget. But Yasiel Puig, his charges were dropped of sexual abuse on his sister, on his own sister, at a bar fight on Thanksgiving Eve. Now, even though I'm a Giants fan, and I do despise of Yasiel Puig, I want you to look at the facts. Puig flips his bat every time he hits a homer. He is cocky. No one in the clubhouse likes him. Don Mattingly left LA, and I just suspect it's because of the egos in that locker room. And I'm certain that Yasiel Puig is one of the biggest egos in that locker room. And I would not be surprised if he lost control one night and got into a bar fight and pushed his sister down. So, honestly, I do think Puig should be suspended if they do get solid evidence. Moving on to some sad news. Adam LaRoche retires. Now, if I remember this right, in my first baseball game I ever watched, Adam LaRoche was the first home run I ever saw. I think he was playing for the Cardinals at the time. I might be wrong. But Adam LaRoche retires, and it's kind of sad because one day he's playing DH for the White Sox, for spring training this year, and then the next he retires. He's gone. Which is kind of sad. So Adam Roach retires. And now we move on to Henry Mejia. Oh my gosh. The Mets relief pitcher failed, I think, his 4th drug test. Or he failed for a 4th time in like 10 years his drug test. And he has been banned from MLB for life, and he is not happy about it. And honestly, if you get caught 4 times or 3 times or whatever it was for steroids, just leave. You're cheating, and there's no doubt in anyone's mind that he didn't do it. And you did it 4 times. You failed the test 4 times, and you're stupid enough to get caught. And you should leave MLB. So, yeah, that's out there. So he banned from MLB for life. Might be a little harsh, but, what else are you going to do? Now we will move on to the NFL. And as you may know, I didn't do DGT, or Dynasty Gaming Talks, last week, so all of this may seem a little bit old news, but we'll do it anyway. Texans, the Houston Texans, the quarterbackless team, really the only part on their team that's missing is a quarterback, or maybe a couple more positions, but they pick up Brock Osweiler, which I think is a stupid move from the Broncos not to re-sign him, and I think it's a good move from Houston to pick him up. Good, very, very good move from Houston to pick him up, because they have had awful luck with quarterbacks, and they might continue that track record. But, Osweiler could be their man. As long as he doesn't get injured, he's better than Ryan Mallett, or Ryan Fitzpatrick. So they pick up Brock Osweiler, and now we'll move on to the Patriots trading Chandler Jones away to the Cardinals. And the Patriots defense is going to be crap next year. I'm just going to say it right there. Or their secondary, at least, is going to be crap. They have lost over the past couple of years. They've lost Darrelle Revis. They've lost a couple of other corners, and now they lose Chandler Jones to the Cardinals. But they did trade for an offensive lineman, Jonathan Cooper. Never heard of him. Hopefully he's good. I don't really know who he is. But good to protect Brady, a big pocket passer. He got a little bit of pressure last year, so we'll see if they can continue that. And they also traded for, the Patriots also received a 2nd-round pick this year. And now we'll move on to the final subject of the day, the NFLPA, NFL Players Association, is looking to strip Roger Goodell of his powers. Thank the Lord. Roger Goodell, I do not like Roger Goodell at all. Oh my gosh. I could ramble about him for a long time, but I think you all know why I dislike him. So, yeah, he just doesn't do anything about sexual assault or anything like that. I think you all know what he's done and all that. So, Roger Goodell, he's looking to be stripped of his powers by the NFLPA. He said he was open to change. I don't think he is. I don't think he will be, wanting to give up any of his powers. So, we'll see how it all plays out. And yeah, so I think that'll do it for this episode of Dynasty Gaming Talks. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more, click that like button. Comment below questions for next week if you can. I will be answering I'll try it. If this video gets 100,000 comments, which is probably very unlikely, I probably won't answer them all, but I will try to answer all of your questions in the next video. Probably will. So post that question you want answered on the show next week down below. And that'll do it for this episode, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody, and go Giants. I'm just kidding. You root for your own team, but I'm gonna root for the Giants. Alright, see you guys. Have a great